What if you could sell beautiful artwork online without ever picking up a paintbrush? With AI art tools in 2026, you can. And Etsy is the perfect place to turn those digital creations into real income. Stick around because I'll show you exactly how to create, list, and sell AI-generated art. Plus, later in the video, I'll reveal one hidden Etsy niche you can break into with zero competition. Before we go any further, let me clear something up. You don't need to be an artist, a designer, or even creative in the traditional sense. AI does the heavy lifting. Your role is simply to guide it, package the output correctly, and put it where buyers already are. Once you understand that shift, this entire business model becomes way less intimidating. AI is transforming the art world. In the past, you needed years of training to become an artist. Today, you just need the right tools. Platforms like Midjourney, Leonardo AI, and DALL-E let anyone create stunning, one-of-a-kind art with a simple prompt. That's powerful, especially when paired with Etsy's global marketplace for digital downloads and wall art. And if you're worried about not being tech-savvy or artistic enough, don't be. With tools like Canva, you can polish your AI art, frame it, mock it up, and post it, all in minutes. So let's break this down step by step. What surprised me most when I first tested this was how quickly things moved. I went from idea to finished product in under an hour, and that wasn't rushing. AI removes the slowest parts of the process, which is why so many new Etsy stores are popping up quietly and scaling fast. All right, let's start with understanding AI art generation. AI art generation works by feeding a text prompt into a tool like Midjourney or DALL-E. The tool then produces an image based on your input. For example, you could type, "a dreamy forest in pastel watercolor style." Boom, you get a high-quality piece of art you can download, enhance, and sell. These tools use neural networks trained on millions of images and art styles. The result? Art that looks handcrafted but is generated in seconds. The real skill isn't drawing, it's prompting. Small tweaks like adding high detail, soft lighting, or minimalist aesthetic can completely change the output. I usually generate 5 to 10 variations, pick the strongest one, and move on. No perfectionism required. Here's a trick that actually works. Use Canva to frame your AI artwork inside trendy layouts and posters. Add minimalist typography, match it with modern interior decor themes. Boom, it's Etsy ready. This step alone can be the difference between a listing that gets ignored and one that converts. Buyers aren't just buying the art, they're buying the idea of how it will look in their space. Mock-ups sell the vision. Speaking of Canva, Canva Pro is what I like to use to turn AI art into printables, wall art, and digital downloads that actually sell. There's a free trial link in the description. Coming up next, we'll explore setting up your Etsy shop. Setting up your Etsy shop is easier than ever. Go to Etsy.com and click Sell on Etsy. Choose a shop name that fits your art style. Create a cohesive brand look. Use Canva to design your banner and logo. Start uploading your art as digital listings. JPEGs, PNGs, PDFs, etc. A quick branding tip: don't overthink your shop name. Clean, niche-specific names perform better than clever ones. Buyers want clarity, not creativity, when they're searching. By the way, don't just upload art, use SEO. That's how buyers find your listings. Use keyword tools like Everbee or eRank to find what people are actually searching for, like boho nursery art or vintage botanical poster. I usually look for keywords with clear buyer intent. If someone types wall art, they're browsing. If they type neutral boho wall art printable, they're ready to buy. AI helps you spot these patterns faster. Next up is where things really start to click: creating and enhancing unique art. Creating great art is half the battle. Making it stand out is the other half. Here's my workflow. Generate the base image with Midjourney or Leonardo AI. Bring it into Canva. Add a background, frame, title, or aesthetic overlay. Export as high-res file for Etsy. This is where most beginners stop, but you shouldn't. Small tweaks like adjusting contrast, adding texture overlays, or resizing for multiple print formats can dramatically increase perceived value. One image can become 5 different listings just by changing size or layout. Consistency matters more than complexity. Pick one style, minimalist, vintage, abstract, and stick with it across multiple listings. Etsy's algorithm favors shops that feel cohesive. In a minute, I'll show you how I use Canva to create mock-ups that make my art look 3 times more professional and double click-through rates. But first, let's talk about marketing your AI art. You don't need to go viral to make sales. You just need traffic, and the best traffic source for Etsy art? Pinterest. Here's how. Post your artwork as Pinterest pins. Use Canva to create pin templates with your art inside room mockups. Schedule posts weekly using Metricool. Link directly to your Etsy listings. Pinterest works differently than social media. Pins can bring traffic for months or even years. That's why it pairs so well with digital products. You post once and it keeps working. By the way, I use Metricool to schedule all my Pinterest and Instagram posts. It's like a 24/7 marketer for my Etsy store. I've linked it in the description. Try it out. You'll thank me later. Pinterest works especially well because it's a search engine, not a social feed. A single pin can drive traffic for months or even years. That means one afternoon of scheduling can pay you back repeatedly. This is the hack no one talks about. Join AI art forums and subreddits. Share your creations, join challenges, and drive real buyers to your shop. Remember when I talked about the Canva mockup strategy? Here's how to double your click-throughs. Use Canva to insert your AI art into styled mockups, nursery walls, office spaces, bedroom decor. Add simple headlines like instant download, modern wall art. Export and use for Etsy preview images, Pinterest, and Instagram. When buyers can instantly imagine the art in their space, price becomes less of an issue. That's why mockups outperform flat images almost every time. And coming up soon, I'll show you how to bundle AI art into digital packs for higher profits and recurring sales. Next up, let's dive into automating content with AI. Use AI to save time and energy. ChatGPT or WriteSonic. Write your Etsy listing descriptions. Canva. Design marketing visuals, create YouTube shorts, make packaging inserts. Copy.ai. Generate social media captions and hashtags. Here's a quick behind-the-scenes example of how this actually looks in practice. I'll take one AI-generated art piece and ask ChatGPT to write 5 different Etsy descriptions. One optimized for SEO, one focused on emotional appeal, one short and punchy, one long form, and one bundle-style description. I don't use all of them, but I test them. Over time, you'll start to see which style converts better in your niche. Canva plays a much bigger role here than most people realize. Beyond just mockups, I use it to create Pinterest pins, Instagram posts, Etsy shop announcements, and even short vertical videos showing the artwork in different room styles. One design session can produce content for 5 different platforms. This is where automation really starts compounding. If you want to go a step further, you can turn your Etsy art listings into short videos. Drop your mockups into Canva, add light motion or zoom effects, and export them as vertical clips. These work incredibly well on Pinterest idea pins and Instagram reels, and they keep driving traffic long after you post them. Here's how to take things to the next level. Bundle your AI artwork into themed digital packs. For example, your bundle could have a set of 6 watercolor botanical prints, a boho nursery art collection, a weekly motivational poster pack. This increases your average order value, and you only have to make the art once. Use Canva to design a polished cover image for the bundle and list it as a digital download. One powerful twist most sellers miss is creating tiered bundles. For example, a small bundle for $7, a larger bundle for $15, and a complete collection for $29. The higher-priced option often becomes the best seller because buyers perceive more value, even though the work required from you stays almost the same. This is also where licensing comes in. You can offer personal use licenses by default, then add an optional small business license as an upsell. That single checkbox can double your revenue on certain orders, especially for planners, posters, or branding-style artwork. Try this out, you'll thank me later. Add usage rights or small business licensing for an extra revenue stream. Now for the next step, customer service made easy. Even digital shops get customer messages. Use AI to handle them fast. Write polite refund or FAQ messages using ChatGPT. Store canned replies in Etsy's Saved Replies feature. Always customize the final message to keep that human touch. Fast replies increase trust, and trust increases conversions. AI helps you respond quickly without sounding robotic, as long as you do a final human check. Now we're stepping into analyzing what's working. What sells equals what grows. Use these tools. Etsy Shop Stats for conversion rates. Everbee to track your competitors. Google Analytics to see traffic sources. Set a 15-minute check-in each week. Let the data tell you what to tweak. And here's a bonus strategy to try out. Use Notion plus Zapier to track your Etsy data automatically. Want to try this yourself? I've linked all the tools I mentioned below. Most have free plans, so you can start creating today. Subscribe and let me know in the comments if you want a part 2, where I break down how people are setting up fully automated AI online businesses in just one day, even with zero experience. That system surprised me. See you there.